Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Miss Ruby Groove here. I want to introduce you guys to a really good friend of mine. This is Tyler, aka the famous TK. So it's really means a lot to me to have him here. He's just like I said, one of my best friends, and he's just always got good vibes, always got cool things to say. So today we're really just gonna talk about music, what really inspires you. Kind of just like how you became like who you are today, basically.
Absolutely. Music's always been like a defiant, like, music is life to me. I don't know anything but music. And I started out with like just radio stuff back in the day before I knew anything better. Then like I started hearing like Eminem and like
Right.
Ludacris, where it's like rappers actually
Yeah.
spinning some real stuff, and then like started like carving me down to like more and more underground things.
Like underground,
Like underground hip hop or like nerd rap and stuff like that. And then like that bridged away to like indie music.
right.
Indie music into I guess like basic dubstep stuff back when I was first starting out.
Like the scene here in El Paso. Okay. So tell me about like how you started with your blogging for shows and festivals and stuff like that. Because you've been to like a lot of shows, right? Which shows have you
Absolutely.
been to?
So I've been to Dirty Bird Camp Out every year. It's like summer camp but for adults. it's a lot of fun. Oregon Eclipse was really cool. Then Lightning in a Bottle is also one of my
Nice.
favorite vibes.
Nice.
Sun City Music Fest back home was always
Right.
pretty gold. They used to be like right in our backyard, and then like this really nice park downtown, like called Escarte.
Yes.
That was always good.
Karate.
And then
There's like Holy Ship.
Holy
right?
Ship. There's a lot of cruises I go on. Holy Ship's like a really big one.
Uh-huh.
And Friendship just like had its maiden voyage this year. That was
Yeah.
like a lot of fun too.
Right. Is that how you was that before or after you started doing the
That's I just started blogging about music about 3 years ago. It was at Dirty Bird Camp Out where like I always keep my wristbands kind of loose because like I like to save them for later rather than like cut them, you know.
Yeah. Not
like-
to like give them to somebody else to get in for free or anything.
Yeah, it's a souvenir.
Yeah.
And it fell off at my campground, so I was like waiting for them to like just check my email and get me a new wristband.
Okay.
I bump into like just some other person that's into music, and we chat for 5 minutes. Tell them about like how it's actually called River Beats.
Oh, okay.
And I was talking about like how we got a pretty good river back home in El Paso called the Rio Grande. And like it's funny where like a lot of cities with like water movements to them.
Yeah.
You really see
Have
like
a
how like
certain
music,
type
like
of
artists and musicians also kind of like go with that type of flow.
Right, like Austin and like Cali.
Cali.
And stuff. San Fran. Okay, cool.
Absolutely. And I just talked to her about like 5 minutes for like I promote a lot of shows. I thought like I support all my friends that play music.
Right, local.
And it's outstanding to me like what a gem in the desert El Paso is too, you know?
Yeah, seriously. Okay. And so I know that you actually also started doing stand-up, right?
Oh yeah, I've been doing stand up for like about 5 years now, but I kind of like went off and on about it. Where like I like to perform for like just like crowds that get it rather
Like
than
small
like intimate ones.
Okay.
Yeah, and like I got back into it at Desert Hearts Music Festival. They introduced me as the secret guest, and like I just hit every note. It was really cool. I did a bit where In-N-Out versus Whataburger. Being from Texas, you know that
Right,
Whataburger.
yeah,
Like
pretty
everyone in
much.
Cali loves In-N-Out, but
Pretty much.
they don't have breakfast in In-N-Out, you know?
That they don't? What? That sucks.
They don't have tacos there either.
Oh wow. Okay. That sucks. Then there's really no competition.
That's why I'm more out than in.
So you did a bit about that in your stand-up. That's hilarious.
And then I just did a bit. I did the talent show on Friendship earlier this year, and it was like in a whole theater, like the mezzanine, like.
Yeah.
I just went like a bit. Like I wrote all my material like 5 minutes before I got there, and like I had people that told me,
Really?
like, that they like laughed at every joke, and like I was kind of like nervous, but you
Right.
hop back on stage.
Yeah, I feel like
It's like riding a bicycle a little bit though.
it'd be really intimidating and kind of like scary to put yourself out there as a comedian, you know, because you don't know if people are gonna respond at all, you know. Like, what if
and
like
in
you
today's
totally
climate,
bombed,
too,
you know?
and in today's climate too, like people just are like really PC culture and all that. Like some people get offended about everything and anything. They get offended just to get offended.
Exactly.
And like to me, if I'm joking, I'm just joking. Like don't take it too serious.
Yeah, seriously. Well, that's like the whole point of being a comedian, right? Is to not take things seriously.
Your life's a joke.
That's cool. Yeah, it can be, definitely. That's for sure. That is so awesome. Yeah, so like Tyler's from El Paso, and we've just kind of like been seeing each other around in the scene so much, and like we often talk about how important it is to support like local artists and
support them
local
before
producers.
they get big, and like
Yeah.
help nurture them, because you know it's part of like the songwriting process. So like you reflecting your art, it's like we gotta nourish our artists as
Exactly. Well. Yeah, definitely. And I just think that music, there's so much of it, and so many different kinds, but it really just all starts in the community, you know what I mean? And so I think that's really important, and that's what I really like about your vibe and how you're very present, like in the scene and stuff like that.
Absolutely. So me and my squad, we go by Border Tech Music, and we started playing techno in my kitchen, maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. Like it was right after Sun City Music Fest, like when they moved it to Escarte the second year.
Right.
And like literally, speakers, building a family, and like bring good people on the dance floor.
Exactly.
And a stranger on the dance floor is just a friend you haven't met yet.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Yeah.
So do you have any questions for me, or do you have anything that you wanna like put out there?
I was wondering, like, from growing up in El Paso, like what really strikes you about the city, like that we have like no one else?
That's a good question. I wanna say that what strikes me the most is really just kinda like what makes our blood pump here is we have so much passion here for our art, and I know that other places do as well, but the thing about El Paso is that we have such a tight-knit like community as far as like our cliques and like our scene, and like everybody is just really, really tight. I don't know, it's like family everywhere you go. And another thing is that I just think that our style is very unique because of like
we got
the border.
We got a pretty good flavor to it, where it's like it's infused with all types of cultures, and like we gotta learn from each other, and like both types of cultures get to like remix into each other in this sense.
Right, and it's like we have Juarez, right? So we have like all those vibes, and then we have like Fort Bliss, and we have people that are literally here from all over the world, and so we all end up mixing, and we end up meeting.
UTEP too. We get a bunch of like college kids out here. They just went to like a 5A program.
Yeah, and then like El Paso just has so many different like spectrums of like class systems too. Like you have people from like the Lower Valley hanging out with people from the East Side, or like, it's just, we're just so well-rounded, and we're just so much of like a family. So, I just, all of us do so much, so I think that that's what like makes us different and unique and special.
It's all homegrown as well too. Like a lot of other cities, people move out to like be in those cities, but
yeah, exactly.
In El Paso, like we're born and raised here, and you really see that it shows, like versus like places like LA, New York, Austin. All those places are second homes to me as well. The world's my home, But,
right.
Like, I'm so glad like to have like the star in El Paso right here in our heart.
Exactly. I know. I was actually seeing this thing. They did like this thing on the news about like the history of that star on the mountain, and just like how it all began, and like how. Like when they first put it up, it was actually a gift from the El Paso electric company to the city.
Lit.
And how, literally, and how like everybody was like, that all of El Paso was like, what is this star? Like, what is this that you guys are doing? And that at one time they had to, take it down, and because a big hurricane came and like blew all the lights. But yeah, I thought that was really interesting. But anyway, we have a lot of stars here in El Paso, and this is definitely one of them. I want to like thank you for your time, unless there's anything else you want to like say about anything. I'm going to be uploading a song later on. I'm going to do a cover. So make sure to subscribe and like it. And thank you, Tyler, for your time. I love you.
Thank you for your time.
You're the best.
You're the best.
Bye.